Hello dear traders, I'm Anna Kasatkina and you're watching the weekly review of financial markets on Insta TV. On Friday, the Dow Jones Industrial Average and S&P 500 indices closed at record highs of 21,637.74 and 2,459.27 points correspondingly. The Nasdaq Composite was just shy of the record. On July 14th, the Nasdaq Composite reached the level of 6,312.47 points, adding 2.6% for a week. At the same time, the Dow Jones Industrial Average rose to the record peak of 21,637.74 points. Its weekly gains were 1%. The Standard & Poor's 500 advanced to 2,459.27 points. For a week, the index gained 1.4%. On Friday, the retail sales report was revealed in the United States. It indicated a fall of 0.2% in June on a monthly basis, whereas analysts expected the sales to rise by 0.1%. The retail sales, excluding auto, gasoline and building materials, the so-called control group, is a measure that is used for calculating the GDP volume. It decreased by 0.1%, while the forecast called for a rise of 0.3%. At the same time, the U.S. consumer prices remained unchanged from May and edged up by 1.6% in annual terms. Analysts expected the monthly inflation rate to be at 0.1% and the annual rate at 1.7%. Market participants think that a series of weak economic reports from the United States downgraded a possibility of a rate hike by the Federal Reserve in the nearest term. Janet Yellen considers the inflation slowdown in June to be a temporary event, so she said that the Fed will continue raising rates. However, if the consumer prices do not grow, then the Fed may change its policy strategy, she added. Last week, three major U.S. banks presented their reports for the second quarter: JP Morgan Chase, Citigroup and Wells Fargo. The revenue of all three banks exceeded expectations. JP Morgan made a hefty profit of $7.03 billion. After Donald Trump was elected as the U.S. president, the American bank sector began to rally. It has been revealed recently that the banks passed a stress test successfully. On Friday, the shares of these three banks depreciated after the quarterly results had been revealed. The JP Morgan quotes plunged by 0.9%. The revenue of its trading branches fell by 19%. JP Morgan is the U.S. bank with the biggest assets volume. Its revenue increased by 4.8% to $26.41 billion. The bank's management said that the rise was boosted by higher interest rates and credit volumes. The Citigroup shares declined by 0.45%, while the Wells Fargo shares plunged by 1.1%. Furthermore, the revenue of the Citi's trading branches decreased as well. For the reported period, Citi earned $3.87 billion, losing 3%. Wells Fargo made a profit of $5.81 billion, slashing it by 5% comparing to the previous figures. And this concludes the weekly review of financial markets prepared for you by Insta TV team. Thank you for watching and see you back soon.